Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are here to present to you our proposed research on the utilization of kamyas, also known as Avaroa bilimbi fruit extract, as a stain remover. For centuries, we have relied on conventional stain removers, which contains harsh chemicals, posing risks to our health and the environment. As researchers, it is our duty to explore nature's bountiful resources and find sustainable alternatives. Our focus turned to the kamyas fruit, scientifically known as Avaroa bilimbi, found in tropical regions. This sour fruit possesses unique properties that make it an excellent candidate for our study. Upon thorough analysis, we discovered that kamyas fruit extract contains natural acids and enzymes that exhibits potent stain-removing capabilities. These components work together to break down various kinds of stains, including those caused by organic matter, grease, and even tough-to-remove substances like ink or wine. This research involved conducting extensive tests simulating various stain scenarios. We will compare the efficiency of kamyas fruit extract against conventional stain removers and wait for the potential results. We will expect that the kamyas fruit extract will exceed the commercial products, removing stains effectively without causing damage to the fabric. Not only does kamyas fruit extracts exhibits exceptional stain-removing capabilities, but it also provides environmental advantages. It is biodegradable, non-toxic, and does not release harmful chemicals to our water systems. By harnessing the power of nature, we can reduce our ecological footprint while achieving effective stain removal. Due to some circumstances nowadays, it is observed that other necessities and other goods are becoming expensive day by day. Inflation is everywhere, and people are thriving every day. This study aims to lessen the burden brought by this certain problem at hand and provide solution to the struggles of women as well as men in laundering stained clothes. The process involves extracting kamyas fruit extract, adding the necessary ingredients needed, and giving the treatment to the participants, which is the stained clothes. In addition, testing the hypothesis must be performed, collect the data gathered right after, provide conclusions, and then generate the results. If this study will be successful, then buying cloth stain removers and removing firmly holding stains will not be a problem anymore.
Now, I will introduce the research problem. Kamyas or Avaroa is a tropical fruit known for its high acidity, while its antimicrobial and antioxidant properties have been explored in previous studies. Its potential to be a stain remover remains largely uninvestigated. Therefore, the aim of this study is to examine the efficacy of the kamyas fruit extract as a natural stain remover. Specifically, the study will address the effectiveness of kamyas fruit extract on different types of stains, such as food, ink, and oil stains, as well as its compatibility with various fabrics and surfaces. By understanding its stain removal properties, we can potentially offer an eco-friendly alternative to chemical-based stain removers, contributing to environmental sustainability and promoting the responsible use of kamyas. The research objectives includes the evaluating of the optimal formulation or concentration of the kamyas fruit extract for a maximum stain removal efficacy, assessing any potential impact and color fastness and material integrity, and investigating the environmental and health benefits of utilizing kamyas fruit extract. Ultimately, this research will provide the practical recommendations and guidelines for the application of kamyas fruit extract as a natural stain remover, ensuring its safe and effective use.
Good day. I am here to discuss the solution of the problem. The research solution for examining the efficacy of kamyas fruit extract as a natural stain remover involves a systematic approach. Firstly, a literature review will be conducted to gather existing knowledge on Kamiya's fruit extract's chemical composition and potential stain removal properties. This review will help identify research gaps and provide a foundation for the experimental design. Next, laboratory experiments will be conducted to evaluate the stain removal efficacy of Kamiya's fruit extract on different types of stains, including food, ink, and oil stains. Various concentrations and formulations of the extract will be tested to determine the optimal dosage for maximum stain removal efficacy. Standardized stain samples will be treated with the extract followed by quantifiable measurements of stain removal using appropriate methods. The experiments will also include a control group using conventional stain removers to compare effectiveness. Furthermore, the compatibility of Kamiya's fruit extract with different fabrics and surfaces will be assessed. Various fabric types and surfaces will be selected, and the extract will be applied following the determined optimal dosage. The impact on color fastness and material integrity will be evaluated through visual inspections, color measurements, and physical testing methods. Any potential adverse effects on the fabrics and surfaces will be recorded and analyzed to ensure safe of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover. This research solution combines literature review, laboratory experiments, and fabric or surface compatibility assessments to comprehensively examine the efficacy of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover. The outcomes will contribute to the development of eco-friendly alternatives to chemical-based stain removers, promoting the responsible use of Kamiya's fruit extract and providing practical recommendations for its safe and effective application and stain removal processes.
Good day. We will be discussing about the expected outcomes of this study. We anticipate that the Kamiya's fruit extract will be effective as a stain removal. The natural acidity and citric acid content of Kamiya's fruit extract implies that it has the capacity to effectively remove and break down numerous types of stains such as oil stains, ink stains, and food stains, and more. Based on our research and comparisons with traditional stain removers, we anticipate that the Kamiya's fruit extract will outperform or at least match the effectiveness of conventional solutions. Secondly, we anticipate that the Kamiya's fruit extract stain remover will be safe for use on various fabrics. One of our primary objectives in this research is to create a stain remover that does not cause or discoloration to fabrics. Given the natural properties of Kamiya's fruit extract and its enzyme-based cleaning action, we expect that it will provide a gentle and not destructive cleaning process for different types of textiles. Our research on Kamiya's fruit extract stain remover is expected to yield positive outcomes, including strong stain removal capabilities, fabric safety, environmental friendliness, and cost effectiveness. These outcomes align with our objectives of developing a natural, effective, and sustainable solution for stain removal.
The beneficiaries in the study on the utilization of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover can include various individuals and groups. Here are some potential beneficiaries. Consumers. People who regularly deal with stained fabrics or surfaces at home or in their everyday lives can benefit from this study. They can use Kamiya's fruit extract as a natural and potentially effective alternative to commercial stain removers. Households. Families and individuals who prefer eco-friendly and non-toxic cleaning products can incorporate Kamiya's fruit extract into their cleaning routines. It can potentially reduce their exposure to harmful chemicals found in conventional stain removers. environmentally conscious individuals. Those who prioritize sustainability and reducing their ecological footprint can benefit from the study. Kamiya's fruit extract is a natural, renewable, and biodegradable option which aligns with their values. Small-scale farmers or growers. If the study's findings support the viability of using Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover, it can create additional demand for Kamiya's fruits. This increased demand can provide economic opportunities for small-scale farmers or growers who cultivate Kamiya's trees. Natural product manufacturers. If the study demonstrates the effectiveness of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover, it can attract the attention of natural product manufacturers. They can explore the potential of incorporating Kamiya's extract into their product lines, expanding their range of eco-friendly cleaning options. Researchers and scientists. The study itself contributes to scientific knowledge by investigating the properties and applications of Kamiya's fruit extract. It can serve as a reference and foundation for further research in the field of natural stain removers or the utilization of fruit extracts for other purposes. It's important to note that the actual beneficiaries may vary depending on the context, the study's outcomes, and the subsequent actions taken by relevant stakeholders.
These are the materials that we need in conducting the research. First, fresh Kamiya's fruits, the main ingredient in this study. It is a fruit typically oval in shape and tastes very sour, thus considered as a possible subject for stain remover because of its acidic nature. Blender or mortar and pestle. The Kamiya's fruits are needed to be pounded properly or blended to get the full sourness of its extract. Strainer or cheesecloth. This will be used to remove the excess fragments from the pounded Kamiya's fruit. Container. Of course, a container is needed to store the extracted mixture. Water. This will be needed to be mixed with the extract to somehow lessen its acidity because too much acid can ruin the shirt's quality. And lastly is the stained clothes. You can't conduct this study without the participants, of course.
So now, we will introduce the methods for this research. First, gather all the materials and equipment. Kamiya's fruit, knife, cutting board, blender, strainer, container, clean cloth, and stained fabric for testing. Second, preparation of Kamiya's fruit extract. Wash the Kamiya's fruit, cut into small pieces, place the Kamiya's fruit pieces in a blender and blend until the consistency is achieved. Pour the blended mixture in a strainer and separate the solids. Squeeze the solids to extract and collect the Kamiya's fruit extract in a container. Third, testing the Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover. Prepare a stained fabric, apply the Kamiya's fruit extract onto the stained area. Gently rub the extract and allow it to sit for a few minutes. Rinse the area with water to remove the extract.
Fourth, evaluating the effectiveness and safety. Assess the effectiveness of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover by comparing the before and after result. Note the level of stain removal achieved and any changes in the fabric or surface, like color fading, texture, alteration, and etc. Evaluate the safety of Kamiya's fruit extract by observing any adverse reaction or damage to the fabric or surface. If the stain is successfully removed without any negative side effects, then proceed to the next step. Lastly, application and storage. Apply the Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover to other stained fabrics or surfaces following the same procedure outlined in step 3. Label the container with the date of preparation and keep track to its shelf life. Discard any unused extract beyond its expiration date. Fruit extract has stain removing properties.
Moving on, we will now discuss the tasks needed to conduct this study. Using t-test, the following series of tasks will be conducted to gather enough data for the results. First, conduct the pre-test. which is testing the color of the clothes, still without intervention, to gather the data needed for the comparison at the end. Second, apply the alternative stain remover to the stained clothes by laundering it to remove the stains. And lastly, again, test the current color of the clothes to compare it to the first testing, and then gather the data right after to generate the results.
I will be introducing the statistical tool that we will use in our study. The t-test is a statistical tool that is commonly used to compare the means of two groups and determine if there is a significant difference between them. In the context of our proposed study on the utilization of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover, the t-test can be an appropriate statistical tool for several reasons. Comparison of two groups. The t-test is suitable when you have two groups or conditions that you want to compare. In our study, we can have two groups, one using Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover and another using a different stain remover or no stain remover at all. Continuous data. The t-test is typically used with continuous or interval data. If you plan to measure and compare variables such as the effectiveness of stain removal or the amount of stain remaining after treatment, these are continuous variables that can be analyzed using the t-test. Normal distribution assumption. The t-test assumes that the data follow a normal distribution within each group. If your data approximate a normal distribution or if you have a sufficiently large sample size, the t-test can be still used even if the data deviates slightly from normality. Independence of observations. The t-test assumes that the observations within each group are independent of each other. In our study, this means that each stain removal trial should be conducted independently, ensuring that the results of one trial do not influence the outcomes of subsequent trials. Parametric test. The t-test is a parametric test, which means it makes certain assumptions about the population distribution. However, it is generally robust to moderate violations of these assumptions. If we have a reason to believe that the data may not meet the assumptions of the t-test, we could consider alternative non-parametric tests such as the Mann-Whitney-U test. By utilizing the t-test in our study, we can compare the effectiveness of Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover against other alternatives and determine if there is a statistically significant difference between them.
To utilize the t-test in our study on Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover, we need to gather data on stain removal effectiveness. This includes measuring stain size or intensity before and after treatment for the Kamiya's extract group and the control group. Independent stain removal trials are important to maintain the assumption of independent observations for the t-test. Also, to utilize the t-test as a statistical tool in our study on Kamiya's fruit extract as a stain remover. We need to gather data comparing its effectiveness and other alternatives. This includes measuring stain size or intensity before and after treatment independently, conducting stain removal trials for each group.